Thank you, Admiral Ellis. Certainly very exciting days, and thank you very much for sharing those with us. Thank you and all of the plank owners for starting this ship on the strongest footing anyone could hope for. As you heard, City of earned the Submarine Squadron 2 Battle Efficiency E from 1983 to 1987. For almost everybody sitting here, that's an impressive run. City of Corpus Christi has served with honor and distinction from that time on, continuing to set the pace for those who would follow her. As you have heard, she was born in the home of the U.S. Submarine Force, Groton, Connecticut. She spent well over the first half of her life there, a stalwart, cold warrior. She outlasted that contest and demonstrated her versatility by continuing to serve in a variety of places and environments. After her time in Groton, she was refueled and went to Guam to become the Navy's first ever forward deployed SSN, conducting the first submarine forward deployed mission from there. She continued on as a Pacific warrior, staying at the tip of the spear in Guam until 2011 when she came to Pearl Harbor, the home of the Pacific Submarine Force, for her final overhaul and to serve out her final years. She did so with the grit and tenacity that those of us who serve in her absolutely love. Even still, setting the pace, when on her final deployment she became the first submarine to participate in an exercise with a Kilo-class submarine. It is an absolute honor to be here today with all of you to celebrate the life and service of this fantastic ship. Some might ask, why are we celebrating a ship, a submarine, a boat? Surely it is just a hunk of steel. Why all the fuss? And they have a point. City of Corpus Christi is just a hunk of steel and plastic and rubber and fiberglass and paint and oil, sometimes lots of oil. Without her people, she is of zero use, an inanimate object. We do it because City of Corpus Christi is larger than the sum of all of her people and all of her parts and materials. Often it seems like we spend a lot of time talking about our divisions and our differences. But City of Corpus Christi represents our unity. Like every U.S. Navy ship before and since, she represents us. A commissioned vessel, her decks are every bit as sovereign as American soil. She is the United States. She is the manifestation of our collective will to not only survive, but to thrive as a nation of free people. Her capability and accomplishments represent the combined synergistic efforts of thousands. Think of what it took for City of Corpus Christi to sit right here today. It took military strategists to envision that she was needed, engineers to design her, politicians to decide to purchase her, taxpayers to fund her, miners, millers, electricians, craftsmen of all types to make her thousands of parts, the finest shipbuilders in the world to build her, tradesmen at Navy shipyards to keep her fit to fight, sailors to man and operate her, and families to support those sailors. She is the culmination of all those efforts. And because of those efforts, for over 33 years she has traveled all over, including completely around, the Earth's oceans. During her brief periods on the water's surface, she has proudly flown our nation's colors, frequently on the far side of the world, a visible reminder to all who saw her of our beliefs and our values, and our resolve to live by them. It was a sight that reassured our friends, but more importantly, it gave pause to those that would be our enemies as they considered the times they could not see City of, when they feared she was close by, completely submerged in her element and at her finest, a shark that never slept but stood silent sentinel against all who would do us harm by sea. So we conduct this ceremony centered around this ship to celebrate the successful culmination of our collective efforts, to acknowledge and thank the thousands, some of who are here today, who have made possible City of Corpus Christi's 33 years of valiant and honorable active service. A service which represents, no, which is us at our finest. On behalf of the United States, thank you to all of the men and women who have touched this fine ship, who have designed her, built her, took care of her, sailed in her, and supported her. And thank all of you for being here today. I would be remiss if I didn't have a couple of special shout-outs. So first of all, there are many people who helped make this ceremony happen, but I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge my beautiful wife, Kulia, who probably did as much as anybody in uniform to make this thing happen. So bravo Zulu, and well done. My last bravo Zulu and thank you is to the crew of City of Corpus Christi, the current crew. You have done everything that needed to be done, everything a captain could ask for and wish for, and then some. You have brought this ship to this point with honor and dignity, and you have honored the legacy of her service. For that, I thank you. It has been an absolute honor to be with you, and I'm looking forward to the next phase of our journey together to a little bit rainier climes in the Pacific Northwest, where we will finish out City of Corpus Christi's life with the grit and tenacity that you have demonstrated during my entire time here. Well done. I will now read our orders. Date time group 17-18-37 Zulu, March 15, from Chief of Naval Operations to USS City of Corpus Christi. Subject, home port reassignment and inactivation. Effective 1 June 2016, execute a home port shift from Pearl Harbor, Hawaii to Bremerton, Washington. Report to Puget Sound Naval Shipyard for inactivation. Executive Officer, prepare the ship for decommissioning.